Okay, we didn't come here to start something with you guys. We just wanted to check you out before the Worlds, where we're gonna kick your ass.
That's right.
Somebody pitch slap me because I am having a really hard time believing Pitch Perfect 2 is actually here, and I am just so excited I cannot hide it. Today's episode of Clevver News Feed is brought to you by Pitch Perfect 2, now playing. So what in the world could possibly be better than the aca-anticipation finally being over, you might be wondering. Well, let's just say that the movie itself seriously could not have been better, and it has definitely exceeded all of our wildest expectations. So on that note, if your harmonies are in sync and you've done all the horizontal running you need, you are totally ready to watch as we break down our favorite things from the Pitch Perfect sequel. But you guys, I should warn you that if you haven't seen the movie and want to be surprised, then right now would be the time to hit the pause button, because I may or may not be about to spoil a few things.
Excuse me?
I can believe it! So first up, although they didn't exactly play the biggest role in the first movie, the Acapella judges John and Gale left their mark with some of the best one-liners that continue to be dished out. So I am happy to report that they only get better.
What an inspiration to girls all over the country who are too ugly to be cheerleaders.
Oh, but don't worry, that remark was probably the least cringeworthy of the bunch. Alrighty, moving on to our second favorite Pitch Perfect 2 moment. So we see a lot of new faces in the movie, including just countless cameos that left us seriously speechless. Just to name a few, we spotted Robin Roberts, Barack and Michelle Obama, Snoop Dizzle My Nizzle, and even Katie Seagal, who surprisingly has a few lines and also a singing role. But we'll try not to give too much away. And also, speaking of familiar faces appearing throughout the film, does anybody recognize this one?
That's not my name.
I don't know your name. Could be anything. Obese Denise, Inflexible Tina, Lazy Susan.
Oh, hey, Flula! The YouTuber turned actor on the big screen made his movie debut, thick German accent and all, and it is safe to say he had us laughing just as much as his YouTube videos always do. So fave moment number 4 is dedicated to the newest Barden Bella member, Haley Steinfeld, who appeared as one of the main characters. And not only did she contribute to her adorable character, Emily, who's actually Katie Seagal's daughter and a Bella legacy, by the way, but she comes bearing an original song, which we do see in the final performance.
I've got my heart set on being a Bella. It's actually at the very top of all my dream boards.
So I feel like Haley's song called Flashlight goes together like Becca and her cups. I mean, do you guys see all the connections I'm making here? It's amazing. But while I'm on the topic of connections, throughout the movie there seem to be a few love connections blossoming, including for two of our faves, Bumper and Fat Amy. I was not so secretly rooting for them throughout the entire movie, and then my wishes came true, and they actually doubled, seeing that adorkable magician Benji reprised his role, and he also landed a gal as well.
I just have to say, you are so spirited. I just want to put you in a box and saw you in half.
Okay, I'm hoping he worked on his flirting skills a little bit more, but you guys get the point here. Coming in at number 6, a Pitch Perfect sequel would not be complete without another riff-off scene. And this riff-off occurs in the basement of an acapella superfans, and if at all possible, was better than the OG riff-off, I promise.
How we do it. To all my neighbors, you got much flavor. This is how we do it. Let's
Girls, you know you better watch out.
The categories included songs about butts, 90s hip-hop jams, country love, and, quote, I dated John Mayer, which we all know there's a whole plethora of possibilities and options in that category. Sorry, John. Oh, and my next favorite moment, you guys, it is like really big. And I also mean that physically speaking. I was so straight up amped to see that the Green Bay Packers formed their own a cappella group. And I have to put it out there, these boys can really sing.
I don't think you're ready for this, cause my body's too bootylicious.
Could be the ham in that man sandwich.
Let's go.
I agree, Fat Amy. Moving on to number 8. So I'm sure you all know that the Bellas have to endure a treacherous boot camp run by none other than Aubrey, who reprises her bossy girl role. But something else that also reprises its role is the cup song.
And I sure would like some sweet company, and I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say?
Yes, once the girls finally realize they need to work together to have any chance of winning, the song must have some sort of magical healing powers because everything just gets better as soon as this bad boy is heard. Okay, next up, so I know I've said this before, mentioning all of my favorite parts of this movie, but this really is one of my absolute favorites. The Oneliner award is a dead tie between Silent Lily, aka the one who sets fires to feel joy, and Teen Beach Movie's Chrissy Fitz character. I literally died, like RIP me, because they killed it. Don't worry though, I'm not gonna give any of the lines away, but I will mention that you have gotta really be on your listening A game when listening to Silent Lily because those suckers just kind of sneak past you. So at number 10, I wanted to mention another new face to the Pitch Perfect world. Key and Peele comedian Keegan-Michael Key plays Becca's boss when she lands the internship of her dreams. He treats Becca like the stereotypical intern is treated, so I definitely developed this love-hate relationship with him, but mostly love because he was just so funny. And coming in at number 11 is the final scene where the Bellas kill it and once again prove they are winning material. First off, using Beyonce's song just like put them 850,000 points above the rest, but the Bellas actually did just prove that they run the world. Boom! All right, you guys, don't hate the messenger because I know I spoiled a few things, but I did warn you all beforehand. And can you blame a girl who's just so freaking excited about the movie? So if you saw it already, or if you didn't yet, let me know what your favorite part was or what you're most looking forward to in the comment section below. And then you can do yourself a favor and click over here to check out another awesome video. Thanks so much for hitting that high note with me right here on Clevver News. I'm your host, Jocelyn Davis, and stay classy, awesome nerds. And click to the right for an all-new episode of Drama King, or click to the left for an all-new episode of Totally Clever. And then click here to see even more from Pitch Perfect 2, now playing.